Come in. Hey, since when do you knock?
Since I'm being sensitive.
Hi guys, this is the podcast in which we are going to discuss the sound. We had always originally wanted DJ Lynch, who I met through Brian Crew, they went to school together, to be our sound designer. Brian had always spoken very highly of DJ, and I had heard some of his other work, and I really wanted to work with him. And so originally towards the end of '07, we were getting ready to get to the point where sound was one of the last elements we had left to accomplish with the film. We started talking to DJ, and unfortunately he just wasn't available. He had been working on his own film for a couple of years, and he was getting to the point where he was getting ready to finish that, and that was basically, you know, he needed all his focus in order to finish his film. So it wasn't going to work out, and so we decided that to go with another sound designer and just basically do a very simple monopass of the film. Just basically do what we needed, what we needed to get done in order just to have the film finished. At the beginning of this year, DJ was finishing his film, and which just premiered at Comic-Con this summer, and he said that he was going to have some availability, and if we were still interested in that 5.1 mix, that it could happen. And we said, yeah, we're interested in the 5.1 mix. So we sat down back in March and watched the film a few times, and basically just started to discuss some of the ideas that I had had for the film, long submarine ideas that I had had for the film.